let me go to Tobago, that paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Tobago for holiday. Smile, let me smile in Tobago, that paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come to Tobago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come to Tobago for holiday.
Okay, very good. So this morning we are chatting with my very, very good friend out there, Shaquille Jones. Shaquille is on the program this morning to chat with us about the Queens. He's going to give us all the inside information from auditions to now. So we're super excited.
All right, so we're getting started immediately, Shaquille. Tell us about the experience thus far for our Queens in terms of the process. What was involved for the Miss Heritage Personality 2022?
Well, first of all, let me say good morning to you, Julian and Rhea, and to those watching on. One of the things the committee aspires to do for this year's show is to really cultivate a holistic experience for the young ladies from the onset. So what they do is that they go through a rigorous screening, and with all the prerequisites that they have to provide, part of it is to provide a Tobago-based talent. So from there we are able to assess, you know, the energy, the urge, the reason why they want to represent through that talent. Once the girls are selected, we go into some pre-activity programs that we have set out for them. So to really just engage them in the whole idea of culture and really just, you know, immerse themselves in the experience. So we had the communication and public speaking seminar. We also had for them the financial seminar, which is done by the main sponsor, First Citizens, and we had the oral tradition seminar for them. So part of their journey in being equipped for coronation night is really to be able to understand the culture of Tobago a little bit more and to become more in tune with the reasons why they wanted to represent and to even push them further.
Now, Shaquille, I'm hearing you speak and I'm listening to your voice, and I know that you've been under a lot of pressure. It is telling in your voice, just like Julian's this morning. So I know that there's a lot involved here. But give us an idea in terms of from auditions to now. And we heard what you said a little while ago about some of what the girls would be involved in. What has the process been like? Tell us a little bit more about what was involved in, you know, from the time they decided, look, I want to do this, I want to put myself out there to represent my village, my community, my youth club. Give us an idea what was involved.
So at the screening, what they would do is once they send in the information, we'll assess them. And once we give them the call back, once they get in there engaged.
What are you looking for exactly?
So ideally we're looking for someone who can really showcase the culture and the richness that is Tobago. Because one of the things about the Miss Heritage Personality show, it is that we look to develop the socio-cultural aspects of the delegate that is coming in. And obviously, if you want to represent your community, you have to show that you have some kind of particular interest, and that may be through your talent. So some of them come and they represent through the history with the dances and the singing and so forth. So those are some of the things that we look for. But we also look at how the young lady is able to engage, how they communicate, how they speak on their community, how they speak about the heritage, how they understand the cultural history of Tobago. So those are some of the things we look for when we, you know, decide, okay, yes, we're going to take you to move forward in the show.
Okay. One of the major changes that came for this year in 2022 was widening the age bracket as compared to years gone by. How was the response to that in terms of the receptiveness of the Tobago populace, and more than that, in terms of the young ladies now expressing a greater level of interest in the competition?
So from where I sit, to me it was well received, because we had a number of applicants that were usually over the age 25, previous age 25 bracket. But one of the things why we decided to take this decision was really to take it back to the community where it all started. And we understood that there might have been some persons that wanted to participate, but you know, for some reason, either shied away from it.
Right.
But now, with the age bracket being wide, and it kind of gave them an opportunity to come back and, you know, get over that fear and try it out. And we have a delegate here with us today that is over the previous age range bracket.
So I like to say she's more, you know, matured. She's matured, and this is a young lady that I've known for a number of years, and really putting herself out there in that arena. But in terms of, you said that, you know, the reception was well received, so there were a lot of more matured women putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
Why do you think there was only one that was selected, though? Is it just one, or are we waiting on other girls?
One was selected. I think what was special about this applicant is that she truly embodied the richness and vitality that is Tobago. And it is one of the things that really peeked out to the assessment committee when we were doing the screening, and that is why she was able to move forward.
Okay.
As splendid as you look, Rhea, you missed the deadline.
I could have. Do you think I could have made it?
Yes, it would have been interesting. I mean, you're dressed nicely, you speak well, you know, you're embodying a richness through your fashion.
Shaki, this is my queen fit.
That's right.
So tell us as well, we're preparing to approach it is Saturday night for the show. Give us an idea, what are we to expect in terms of the flow for this year for the show?
So this year, the show is titled Re-Emergence, Her Legacy Takes Flight. And what we want to do here is really provide the audience an experience where they're able to see how the role of women in culture and in Tobago's history would have changed over the years and expanded beyond what we understood it to be. So you expect to see a production-like type of show as opposed to an itemized show from previously, and you would see the delegates in the opening. There's an opening segment where they introduce themselves, and there is the talent segment, of course, and the evening gong segment. And we would have removed the question and answer segment and have that really been focused in the pre-interview segment. So that's what you can expect to see on come Saturday.
All right. So Akesia Jerry on the live, Akesia Roberts Jerry, let me put in that Roberts Jerry, is saying good morning, Kevon. Serenity Angel Joseph says, Goodwood Police Youth Club. We've got a representative from the Goodwood Police Youth Club. Yes, shout out to Goodwood Police Youth Club. Maria on the live says, Team Rebecca. Yeah, and Pearl Murray Beard is just saying good morning to the Tobago Updates family. So I'm pretty excited to hear these young ladies speak.
Yes. Tell me something, Jackie. You just mentioned in terms of the removal of the question and answer. For those who may have the concern that says, but you know, this was usually the distinguishing factor. Is it now that you will see elements of the pre-coverage, screening and other areas that they would have participated in, captured by way of video and photographs, etc., throughout the night, so that even if it isn't happening on the night, people get the benefit of knowing this was part of the process?
Yes, most certainly. One of the things we did was to really capture all the moments, so that in areas of the show they're able to provide the audience with the behind the scenes moments, the things that would have happened before the financial seminar, the pre-interview. So it's not really to leave them out. One of the things why we removed the question and answer segment is that for quite some time there has been a bit of a clamor as to what the deciding factor of the delegate should be, and what we would have considered is that in understanding that this is heritage and this is about the promotion of our culture and our riches and vitality as Tobago people, we wanted to let the talent showcase and the evening gong showcase be that deciding factor. So they're the persons that are able to see the innovation and creativity of the delegates, and of course the communities that they represent.
Very quickly, what cross-section of talent can we look forward to this year? Because you know I'm always excited about that segment.
So this group of girls or young ladies are very interesting. So we can expect to see monologues, dance, singing, playing of instruments. So there's a real vast amount of talent coming from the delegates this year, and it's going to be interesting.
All right, excellent.
Julian, I'm really excited. Crystal Claire Gibson, Team Pembroke, Kelly Robley, Rebecca Rebecca Bob, boom. I'm going to say it like they typed it. Lisa Christmas says, good morning, everyone. Good luck to all the queens. Stiff competition. Romany Wilson says, Team Pembroke, Miss Leanne Charles. Yeah, definitely. Crystal Claire Gibson, yes, Kevin. Rebecca all the way. Snooky Charles says, she speaks so well, you could tell a Murray Hall woman and a lot. I tell you, these Hall people coming out this morning. All right, and Serenity Angel Joseph, Team Rebecca Bob.
All right, certainly energy on the live here. So we get ready to hear from the girls. We get ready to hear from the ladies here today. Yeah. So you're going to take us through. Who do we begin with? It's your time, ladies.
And if you want to test my style, you better have a whole lot of measure. Because I'm a rock.
Good morning. I am 19-year-old Silvara Henry, proudly representing the Busan community of Kenya. Yay! Good morning. I am Khadija Dinoon, representing the scenic fishing village of Stateside, East Tobago.
Good morning, viewers. From Prominent and Purpose for the Crown, I am Leanne Charles, representing the cultural capital of Tobago, Pembroke.
Aye, aye, aye. It's not Leanne, it's Leanne.
Good morning to the Roberts team and viewers. I am Rebecca Bob, proudly representing the Good Policy Club. Authentic, determined, and well-rounded.
East Tobago, I tell you, East Tobago is representing today. No, it's not. I can't be biased here. I can't. But I can be. Julian, you're representing the West. You are the West. Okay, you are the West. So I'm really excited. Yes. So we continue with the ladies.
Tobago, good morning. Hailing from the tourist hub of Tobago, Cane and Bonaccord, this morning I'm honored to be representing the dynamic group Sisters in Culture. Ladies and gentlemen, standing before you, I am Shamika Dinoon.
Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, viewers. I am the phenomenal, persistent, and kind-hearted Kekoa Butcher, representing the dynamic Mount St. George Village Council.
Ooh. I'm claiming her East.
Pleasant morning, viewers. I am Aisha Nichols, representing the most historical village in Tobago, the village of Buku.
Congratulations, beautiful, Buku. All right, Julian. So we claim them half-half, okay? We claim half-half.
In fact, I'm very excited and really looking forward to Saturday. So just remind our viewers again the time, the place to be, and all the relevant details.
So come this Saturday, you can expect to see the Miss Heritage Personality Show at Shaw Park Complex at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale at the box office, at the complex, and at the Tobago Festivals Commission. The time to be there for is 8 p.m.
All right.
All right. Ray, you're going to be at the show on Saturday?
I'm not sure. There's some things I'm still trying to juggle. So we'll see how it goes this weekend. But
Don't miss it.
I will be there. I will be there.
All right. We'll see.
So viewers, we want to thank you very much indeed. And you know, I have the opportunity to glimpse at the screen here on the live, and suddenly the set looks even more beautiful.
I tell you.
So we really want to thank Shakila for joining us here on set this morning, and all the lovely ladies, and we wish them all the very best indeed. And to take the words from a Miss Heritage Personality 2021, embrace the experience. Yes, we will only have one winner, but embrace the experience so that ultimately it is able to take you further in life as we all prepare to head on in. And you know, we outside, we're looking forward to Miss Heritage Personality 2022.
Yeah, Juliana, before we go, we need to hear the queens take us out by shouting out. Tobago updates is number 1. Come on, so queens, you know how we... all right. So
there's only one way that we had to break on the Tobago up this
That's
morning
right.
show. So this is our time to share the live, share the live.
share the live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, put a smile.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. The Miss Tobago Heritage Personality Show 2022 is in this year's its 34th edition. This evening, we are honored to present to you the reigning queen and the 7 lovely delegates that will be vying for the title of Miss Heritage Personality 2022. Without further ado, I present to you Miss Heritage Personality 2021, Janae Campbell. Representing Canaan Bonaccord, I introduce delegate number 1, Xiomara Henry. Delegate number 2, representing Speyside, Khadidra Denoon. Delegate number 3, representing Pembroke, Leanne Charles. Delegate number 4, representing the Goodwood Police Youth Club, Rebecca Bob. Delegate number 5, representing Sisters in Culture, Shamika Denoon. Delegate number 6, representing the Mount St. George Village Council, Kekoa Butcher. Delegate this evening, representing Buku, Miss Aisha Nichols. gentlemen, the Miss Tobago Heritage Personality Show 2022 will be held on Saturday, 23rd July.
Collectively representing communities and cultural entities across islands as they vie for the esteemed title of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022.
As we prepare for the official opening of this evening's proceedings, we invite you to stand at this time for the singing of the national anthem, led by Mr. Kirsch Ramsey on the steel pan, followed by this evening's invocation and the presentation of our delegates. Please stand. And you may be seated.
is a call to order. A call for stand up for your brother and sister. A call for embrace the past but look with hope to the future. This is a call to order.
All the ancestors near and far calling you to come.
Now we make a clarion call upon all our ancestors, both near and far, both present and future. For together we must stand and fight. Grab this beast by its horn and take charge for our sons and daughters. Their destiny are our own for empower. This is a call to order. This are our opportunity to remind our daughters that to be black is to be beautiful, independent, envied and powerful, and for instilling our sons that there is value in being a proud king, salt of the earth, a leader, and there is equal power in just being a good father. This is a call to order. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, oh. We must adjust our behavior from complacency to revolutionary, because you see, it is up to us to fight for equality in our community, and the best way to start is by transferring and claiming our legacy. This is a call to order, a time to re-emerge and claim our destiny. For by looking back, we could see how far we come from in this journey. Now not the time for diplomacy, but a time for the ultimate flight of our beautiful, collective, historical story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nation before you. Oh, Master God, we ask you to be the guardian and the guide. Oh, Father Jesus, watch over the audience and the home they left behind. Oh, Master God, spread your wings of love and peace and prosperity. Oh, Master God, unity and answer prayer. Spirit divine, we leave this production in your hands. Oh, come, sweet spirit, come.
famous breadfruit eye at Jamal Seaview Kitchen. Take a picture at the Speyside Waterway and the Speyside Lookout. Take a dive or a snorkel at one of our reefs and experience the brain coral. I am Khadija Danoon, representing the scenic fishing village of Speyside.
From a village where dancing, drumming, singing and chanting is our social way of life and reflects our true ancestral lineage. That village is known as the cultural capital of Tobago, Pembroke. Proud, prominent and purposed for the crown, I am 27-year-old Leanne Charles.
The Midpoint, a place many used to trade, a place known as Goodwood. I am the delicate, intelligent, authentic Rebecca Bob, your 2022 Miss Tobago Heritage Personality Delegate, proudly representing the Goodwood Police Youth Club. When I win, Goodwood's legacy shall take flight.
Greetings and salutations, hailing from the exotic slice of paradise and earth, Canaan Bonaparte Crumb Point. This evening I'm honored to be representing the dynamic group Sisters in Culture. Ladies and gentlemen, standing before you, I am Shamika Dinini.
Bienvenido, bienvenue. Welcome aboard. Your trusted tour guide is here to take you to a place that's unexplored. A place located just 7 miles from Scarborough, nestled between Goodwood and Hope, the first capital of Tobago. I am the phenomenal, persistent, and kind-hearted Portrayal, representing dynamic Mount St. George Village Council. My voice in music and storytelling and never looked back. A 30-year-old cultural performer and accomplished composer, representing Tobago's most celebrated green tourism hub, Buku. I am Adjudicator.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let's hear it once again for our delegates vying for the coveted title of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022 in order of appearance, representing the villages of Canaan Bonaccord, Xiomara Henry.
Representing Speyside, Kadira Dinoon.
Representing the village of Pembroke, Leon Charles.
Representing the village of Goodwood Police Youth Club, Rebecca Bob.
Representing Sisters in Culture, Shamika Dinoon.
Representing the village of Mount St. George Village Council, Kikoka Butcher.
Representing Buku, Aisha Nichols. Ladies and gentlemen, your personalities vying for the coveted title of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. Let's hear it for them once again.
The Miss Tobago Heritage Personality Competition celebrates its 34th anniversary this year and continues to provide a platform for the holistic development of our island's young women. The success of the competition is largely owed to continued partnership and support the First Citizens Bank. We invite you to turn your attention to a screen for a special welcome message from our prime sponsor, First Citizens.
Good evening. What a pleasure it is to be here in each other's company, to hear the applause, to see the smiles of approval, and to feel the energy and strong sense of community that this show always brings. For us at First Citizens, it is as special as it is refreshing. Refreshing following a 2-year virtual approach, and special because we mark 33 years of helping to promote, protect and preserve Tobago's cultural traditions through this Miss Heritage Tobago Personality Pageant. We can reflect on 33 enjoyable and rewarding years, from experiencing the event staged in both town and country, witnessing shy entrants turn into confident contenders, developing a strong network of support within the communities and the commission, and seeing some surprise wins over the years. First Citizens has been there through it all. To us, it has been a distinct pleasure working with the Tobago Festivals Commission to build a brand that speaks to showcasing the creativity, talent and intelligence of young women of Tobago and fostering a sense of healthy competition, togetherness and cooperation amongst their families, friends and communities. To celebrate this symbol of community the pageant has always stood for, we are proud to contribute to the show's rebirth by presenting the winner with a prize from which her entire community can benefit. The first time community-based prize will allow our 2022 Tobago Heritage personality to utilize her winnings to implement a project under one of our 5 pillars under our corporate social responsibility program, First Citizens Community. That is an initiative based on either the environment, sport, youth development and education, gender, or culture. So, to this evening's finalists, we extend best wishes for a fantastic showing of the best of Tobago's beauty and talent. And we excitedly await the next few hours when we'll all have an opportunity to rejoice with a winning young lady and the triumphant community. On behalf of First Citizens, it is again my pleasure to share this evening with you. And as a proud Tobagonian myself, I recommit with you to reigniting the flames of the rich legacy of our island and its people.
The Tobago Heritage Festival continues to be a staple on our island's cultural calendar and serve the very important purpose of preserving the legacy of our people and the unique cultural traditions that makes us distinctly Tobago. As the festival continues to grow from strength to strength, so too does the impact of our Tobago Festivals Commission, who strategically guides the festival's advancement. CEO of the Tobago Festivals Commission Limited, Mr. John Arnold, will now bring you greetings, and we invite you to turn your attention to our screen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me recognize the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, the Honorable Farley Augustine. Let me also recognize the Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities, and Transportation, Ms. Tasha Boris. And let me also recognize, in that same division, the Assistant Secretary, Ms. Megan Morrison. As you know, this year, the theme, Reflect, Rebuild, Rejoice, reigniting the flames of our legacy. As you can well imagine, as we reflect on what did we just come from, the COVID-19 pandemic, and one of the hardest hit categories of workers had to be the creatives. The creative sector took a big lash. As we reflect on the beautiful theme for this year, Reflect, Rebuild, Rejoice, reigniting the flames of our legacy. One can only imagine that this year, all the Heritage Festival events are geared towards reigniting and establishing those flames on the embers that have laid low for the last 2 or 3 years of the pandemic. We're excited this year about the Tobago Heritage Festival as we start to rebuild and to obviously put some fresh, new, innovative ideas into what we can do with the festival in the future. Tonight, the ladies that are going to be on stage are our heritage personalities. And our heritage personalities that come from various villages across the capital of Paradise, we call Tobago. And we want to wish all of them the best, and we want to thank them for their representation. At this time, I'd also want to thank our sponsor, First Citizens, who has been a consistent sponsor of this event for several years. Altogether, I would like to say to all of you, please do come out to all the events we have to offer for Tobago Heritage Festival 2022, and looking forward to seeing and interacting with you at all of the events. God bless, and may the best girl win tonight.
Leading the cultural and tourism, a charge of positioning our sweet Tobago as the greatest little island on the planet is the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, who strategizes and supports the mobilization of our tourism products and culture empowerment of our communities. Coming off of what is a spectacular opening last evening for this year's edition of the Tobago Heritage Festival, we salute the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation for their continued investment in our tourism and cultural product. We now invite you guys to turn your attention to a screen as we get ready for the official opening remarks from Assemblyman Megan Morrison.
On this 31st staging of our Tobago Heritage Festival, it is my honor and pleasure to bring greetings at this year's annual Miss Tobago Heritage Festival. This year, Miss Heritage Personality celebrates 33 years, and we have seen where this particular event have evolved over time. On this particular occasion, we will see 7 villages and organizations represented here tonight. The theme will embody several of our local birds, which each queen will represent here tonight. The personality will bring their own talent and special uniqueness to this year's event. They will showcase our island and our culture. This event has grown tremendously over the years. As the line secretary for Culture and Antiquities, it is my great pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, and by extension the Tobago House of Assembly. Our queens are extremely talented, and I cannot put myself in their shoes because it takes great courage to appear on stage here tonight. Let us all support them, embody their strength, as it is not easy to appear on stage in front of hundreds of people. Again, it is my pleasure to be here. I am Megan Morrison, and there is nowhere else to be tonight than at the Miss Tobago Heritage Festival.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for this evening's main event. Re-emergence, her legacy takes flight. A tale surrounding modern-day women who bear the spirit of Gong Sarah. It speaks of Gong Sarah's flight from Africa to Tobago, and it narrates the myth of her existence and the famous, or dare we say infamous, silk cotton tree, which has become an integral part of our cultural and historical legacy here in Tobago, and in particular the village of Golden Lane.
The silk cotton tree, which once stood majestically in Golden Lane, was like many other trees, a place where many species of bird found rest, shelter from the elements, and a spot to settle and make their nests. It was there that Gang Sarah became a nurturing mother to them. When the tree fell, it shook the birds, displaced them from their homes, and caused them to take flight to parts unknown.
This evening's delegates, through their Gong portrayals, will showcase several of those birds which are native to Tobago. They would trace their flights to and settlement in the various other communities across Tobago from which these ladies themselves hail.
In what we hope is the awake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the theme, Re-Emerge, Her Legacy Takes Flight, is quite apt, as each of the ladies vying for the crown gives us insight into who they are as individuals and reveals to us through her presentations this evening the legacy for which her community is best known.
As our delegates this evening presents the foods, family life, practices, spiritual remedies, and oral traditions that are indigenous to their communities, we will be reminded of the rich cultural history and resilience that we possess as a people.
The winner of the 2022 edition of the Miss Heritage Personality Competition will experience her own legacy take flight, as she would be empowered with the resources to launch a spearhead, a community-based project that she believes would be beneficial to her community.
Re-emergence, her legacy takes flight, begins here and now. And ladies and gentlemen, this commences with a call to order.
Ladies and gentlemen, kicking off our first round of competition this evening is a talent segment where each delegate is required to present a performing talent that is Tobago-based and draws on any aspect of our history or cultural lineage as an island. The delegates should draw inspiration from the group of communities that they represent through their performance. Highlights a distinctive element of our heritage that can align with our abilities to navigate the COVID-19 experience and help to propel us as a people as we seek to rebuild that which have been negatively impacted by the pandemic.
The judging criteria for this evening's talent segment is as follows: performance and skill, 20 points; communication and content, 25 points; costuming, 15 points; creativity, 20 points; and relevance to guidelines and theme, 20 points, totaling to 100 points for this segment. Our delegates will be evaluated by a team of competent adjudicators who will now be introduced.
Our first judge, Julian Skeet. One of Trinidad and Tobago's talented young sons, Julian J. Skeets continues to demonstrate his leadership skills and commitment to youth and community development initiatives in his daily life. This gifted and articulate young professional is the holder of undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications from the University of the West Indies, UE, and UK-based Heriot-Watt University. He is the host of Tobago's Update Morning Show, the #1 morning show streaming locally, regionally, and internationally 7 a.m. daily via social media, TV, and radio. Among his many other local, national, and regional involvement, he continues to assist with judging competitions in several disciplines, and he has been part of judging/screening panels of the Miss Heritage Personality Competition from 2014 to present. As a youth activist and proud father of one, his focus continues to be his faith in God, respect for all, willingness to help others, and a better world for us all. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Julian J. Skeet.
And ladies and gentlemen, kick-starting our talent segment this evening is contestant #1, representing the villages of Canaan Bonaccord. Let's put our hands together for Miss Xiomara Henry with her talent presentation titled Tobago's Culture About to Rise, Legacy Takes Flight.
I
we culture. We have to preserve we culture. After this long COVID-19 disaster, it shows we generation, what we elders been through back then in a them era. We needed a change for a brighter future. But the planet take we back to show we what the past did look like. For starve and the hungry, it took us back to plantation days. Or in our era, we say planting or agriculture.
Children of Jericho, your light so shine, hallelujah, your light so shine.
But this dream ain't no ordinary dream. A dream again last night. This traditional wedding dream. A dream in our dream. Tan come tell me to keep a traditional wedding. This opened me eyes. I feel lost, but then I said, Tobago, sweet Tobago, we culture about for rise. In the dream, the night before the wedding, me and Soulfoot's mother, Ingrid, who love white rum, sit down in the past drinking. And Pastor Bunny come visit me at me yard. Man, Pastor Bunny put on a ritual in one dance, dress up. When me look, Ingrid take when was spirit. The man love ya, marry the man. He was his wife ya. Take him man. Remember till death do us part. Man, Pastor Bunny put on a ritual. We send it back. He said when you call it, you must send it back. No disturbance to the different words. Tanti girl, that a permission from a good soul. Before me could blink me eye, the day of the wedding come. Tanti girl, guess who am my husband? I feel the spirit know how much maleficence of men. So it spiritually aligns me with Panacard's greatest blessing of a fisherman, Harold Alfred Langway Jr., spiritual Louisa from Silk Cotton Tree's son. As the tambourine band strikes up with fiddles, triangles, and tambourine, bass, roller, and cutter, the whole of the village been dead. Thieving time from Mattress Lane, one-eye buttress from Far Roads. Everybody, we brush back from the church through the village, straight down a Banacard mangrove. Fancy Harold well repair his old boat for the reception at the wedding. So we make sure and bless Harold boat with a real jig to celebrate both the boat and the Saint hang repairs. We bar the boat on the lagoon. The tambourine band strikes up again. Harold take way in what we are a tradition. We Tobago colloquial language with our English twang speech band.
Oh ha, oh ha, oh ha,
oh ha, ha ha. Stop your bow, Mr. Fiddler. Oh ha ha. Food care done, yabba yaddy and bush rum. Oil down carrot root as main dish Me swear was blue food, but here, her fish drag your boat, Mr. Fiddler.
Oh ha, oh ha, oh ha, oh ha.
The evening end up with some nice crews dancing to some belly
Now we queen and gold. Good night, Aya, oh, Aya, yeah, Queen and Queen of gold. Belly Queen of gold, ready, way. Belly Queen of gold, ready, way. Belly Queen of gold, ready, way.
The evening get cold over the mangrove. Children playing through the roots in and out of the water. Flowers blooming, banana quits flying, pelican resting. Our big snake is in, looking at me straight in my eye as it transforms into an owl and fly around the boat 3 times, then into the village.
I fly away, oh glory, I fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I fly away.
Me wake up, yes, me fly up. Tanti girl, call me to tell me Harold Alfred Loveway dead from COVID, and Janice's youngest daughter make baby by this morning. The village let out and bring a new generation coming. Preserve our culture, preserve our culture. The dreams we have meaning. The village lost plenty souls from COVID-19 for the past 2.5 years. Oh God, love me by, you're gone. But the dream comes straight yet with a message. The spirit roaming banakar, because we not send them home the traditional way, the bongo way. We elders teach we. Love way boy, we dancing bongo until your wake night.
Bongo tina bongo, 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 bongo tina bongo. Tonight is the bongo night, really well 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 bongo.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for contestant number 1, Xiomara Henry, representing the villages of Canaan and Bon Accord. It is our pleasure at this time to introduce the second member of our team of adjudicators this evening, Mrs. Ray Sean Kerr, an award-winning storyteller, theater director, performer, and cultural researcher. Her creative work is anchored in using the Caribbean, specifically Trinbagonian folk narratives and traditional lore for the purposes of education and entertainment. She has had her performing arts work featured in Carifesta and other regional festivals and has copped top titles in national festivals. Rayshon holds a double major, Bachelor of Arts in Theatre Arts and Festival Studies with first-class honors from the University of the West Indies St. Augustine campus. She is both an MPhil candidate in Cultural Studies and a part-time lecturer at the DCFA, where she marries her passion for cultural intelligence, drama in education, and performance for social development. Rayshon is the artistic director of the Tobago Performing Arts Company and is passionate about community arts, outreach, traditional arts and training, which is testimony through her having designed and completed numerous community and corporate outreach projects, having too successfully mobilized and managed original, sustainable, community-based initiatives in more than 15 communities across Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Rayshon Kerr.
We now bring to our stage Khadidra Dinoon, representative of Speyside, with the talent Spirit of Speyside.
She is spirit, she is soul, she is the rhythm of a tiny fishing village, Speyside. She resides in the playful bounce of rubber on steel, though many speaks through one body, heart, lungs, brain, bass, guitar, tenor, beginning, middle, and ceaseless end. But today she is silenced. COVID-19's thick isolation has forced her children to forget the source of their peace. The steel pan, alone and dejected, she searches through cobwebbed memories of the beginning. Time's twine knitted and worn. They must remember. They will remember. The bass, uncut guttural heartbeats, the pulse of her people, showing Keisha Lewis pumping sacred blood through veins filled with freedom's ecstasy. Play, Speyside, play, help them remember. Breathe fresh life into your lost children. Use your disciples, Jaws Andrews and Desmond Taro Kwashi, to breathe in century-old hurts and exhale strums of life, love, and laughter. Play, Speyside, play, help them remember. Control contained in the swift sighs of Sealy Kwashi's riffs. send electric melodies through this 28-nerved system. Wake up your children so that they can dance, play, space-side play. They will remember.
On to our next member of the judging panel, Miss Kellyanne Wishram, a woman who prefers action with credible results rather than promises and words. Holds a BFA in dance from the University of Trinidad and Tobago. She is the tutor and choreographer for the Youthquake Performing Company, where she trains students in genre of traditional folk, classical ballet, contemporary, and world influence. Prior to her becoming a teacher, Kelly would have trained and performed with said company from 1997 to 2012. She was awarded the opportunity to travel extensively, where she also performed and taught students regionally and internationally. Apart from her passion for dance, she bags a wealth of knowledge in other disciplines in the performing arts and is currently pursuing a diploma in art education at Edna Manley College in Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Miss Kellyanne Wishram.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you stateside for contestant number 3. She represents the village of Pembroke.
Thank you.
Her presentation, an ode to Pembroke. Let's hear it for Miss Leanne Charles.
You gotta put it in the light. I lay down in my good place in Murray Hall, Pembroke. And he said, me ask can't stop ring. Where you is? Oh, that's Susie? That is Susie from Donga Bay. Hey now, she say, how me is a liar and that me is a fraud. Hey. She said, how Pembroke women are the epitome of class and talent. Well, hey now, me plan for get she pieces of my mind. So me go down by Auntie Karen Berkeley and me ask she how for the with the matter. She said,
do what the woman before you would do.
Do what the woman before me would I do? Man, me boy start for boy. Because this no time for turn the other cheek. Me plan for grab she. Get she 2 words. Even tell she was she deceived father. But Auntie Karen say,
no, do what the woman before you would do.
By me sit down pan was stone outside me house. And just so, it hit me. I needed to channel me in a Pembroke woman. So me take off for behind church. For talk to Tantiliota. I know ceremony, I know yo. I know ceremony, I know yo. I know ceremony, I know yo. I know. Third ovenist extraordinaire, the village baker. She said, girl, not give away your grace. Keep your flame. Woman name woman. Because there is a time and a place for everything. I know ceremony, I know yo. Why, when me turn back for ask she, what she mean by not give away your grace? And because the woman gone about she business. So me head for Upper Road. And I just saw the rhythm hit me cross me chest. Hey no, it's Tante Imelda Cookshack. Stand up in front of me, holding she drum. She said, girl, if you ever is to use your hand, make sure it's something worthwhile.
Ay, Bellantino, Vinny Wemwe. Ay, Bellantino, Vinny Wemwe. Ay, Bellantino, make a Vinny Ale. Ay, Bellantino, Vinny Wemwe.
Oh God. A woman rush grass me fast. By the time me blink, it's because a Dinah Morella Davis sit down in the Congo dance. If you see control, hey yo! She said, if you ever is to stoop low, make sure it's to the Congo rhythm. And the rhythm hit me.
Hey, Sampula Coffee, you Congo gallo. Hey, Sampula Coffee.
Hey no, when me taunt me see, and hear enough, and because her voice say, you ain't no ordinary woman, you is royal blood. By me turn wrong, me look high, me look low, me ball out, me turn wrong again. The only thing women not do, I have to take dog and pour me in my eye. Because I swear what a spirit. The voice say again, oh gosh, jackass is long, but in a area on Tory. And because when me do so, and my grandmother, the late Anona Berkeley, she stand up in front of me and she say, girl, I must pass on, but I ain't gone. And as long as I ain't gone, you're going to walk as a teacher. Hey you!
That is Susie Lamelo, now call me name and rotai. That is Susie Lamelo, now call me name and rotai. So call me name and rotai.
With your head up high. She said walk with class, with grace. Hey you! And with your head held high. When me see all them women there, and me remember women like Safi, Massaline, and Charity,
Me not have one choice to walk by example. And that's when me I look for Madam Susie. For tell she, for let she know that Pembroke woman, Tobago woman is wisdom, class, and grace.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the village of Pembroke, with her presentation, an ode to Pembroke, Miss Leanne Charles. It is our pleasure to introduce the fourth member of our adjudication panel this evening, Onika Henry. A trained educator, facilitator, counselor, and theatre artist with university qualification in theatre arts, psychology, and human sexuality, who lives in Tobago. She loves combining all of her specialties to create an environment that is healthy, fun, healing, productive, and most of all, safe and non-judgmental. Ms. Henry was a 2019 TEDx Port of Spain speaker, a Fulbright scholar in 2012, and the co-founder of a top performing arts company in Tobago. She is a contributing writer for the Tobago Newsday newspaper and volunteers at a few NGOs, including Tobago's only halfway home for ex-prisoners and deportees. As a strong proponent of a theatre for the development and applied arts, she actively uses the arts as a tool for social and behavior change. Ladies and gentlemen, Onika Henry.
At this time, please, I'm pleased to announce our fourth contestant for today, Miss Rebecca Bob, representing Goodwood Police Youth Club. Her piece tonight is Respect the Drum.
Good evening, Madam Presiding Officer, and I thank you for allowing me to speak at this auspicious occasion. I am Rebecca Bob, representing the Cockacrow and Cockacrow Union. I stand here today as the elected representative of not only the national bird, the cockacrow, but also yard fowls, roosters, early morning chirpers, and our recent junior associates, the mosquitoes. Be it resolved today that Goodwood did not come out here to play. There are a few issues which need immediate fixing, and we need to address them right now.
Right now.
First of all, how am I a pest? How dare you squatters of our glorious island refer to us, your national bird, as a pest? How? Make it make sense. There are certain perks and privileges to being a cockacrow. It means we were here before people. We were here before Big Bird was an egg. We were here before the Rock of Ages was a pebble. How dare you humans, while squatting on our lands, destroying our evergreen gardens to build houses and double palm? How dare you refer to us as pests? Is it because we go wherever we please, pecking as we go, singing to the top of our voices? Is that the problem? Well, we are here to inform the population that as the ambassadorial bird of Tobago, we will eat anything, anywhere, at any time we deem necessary.
That's right.
Madam Presiding Officer, I turn my attention to a specific group of humans who have been making our lives crass, angry, and miserable. I am directly referring to the Farmers Association. The utter disrespect of these ugly scarecrows in the gardens.
Ugly.
We will not be tolerating this any longer.
Not taking it.
Roundup and Lanates is highly toxic and unnecessary. All you're too wicked.
All you're too wicked. Wicked.
Madam Presiding Officer, over the past few years, the cockcrow population has severely decreased. We have suggested options for peaceful coexistence. These humans decide to kill us if they cannot catch us. We have suggested too many peaceful existence. These humans, today, Madam Presiding Officer, we want to let the farmers know if they are not willing to plant some peace for us and some pawpaw as was agreed upon in times past, we will flatten 14 of their farms, leaving them with one to feed themselves.
Yes, flatten them.
Madam Presiding Officer, there's another group that assists the farmers known as the Pishing Weng Weng Hunters Association. Now, I have searched and researched when did the cockcrow become the national dish of Tobago?
How?
How? That making any sense?
Make it make sense.
Well, today, we demand our respect, Madam Presiding Officer. Today, we want all of Tobago to know enough is enough.
Enough.
We stand unified, demanding more amicable coexistence with these squatters who are making our lives miserable. We will call on our brothers from the Locust Cutthroat Union as well as the patrons of the Cobo Association, and we will black out the entire island, leaving them with a better understanding of who is boss here in Tobago.
That's right.
This is the voice of the cockcrow Union. I am Rebecca Bob, and no, I did not come here for friends tonight. I come for money. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer, and a pleasant evening to the house.
Rebecca Bob, Goodwood Police Youth Club. Respect the cockcrow.
And ladies and gentlemen, closing off our team of adjudicators this evening is none other than Annette Alfred, a proud Charlottesville-born Tobago woman whose sojourn into the creative sector began on the altar of the Charlottesville Methodist Church and evolved through the years. A former trainee of the Mausica Teachers College and student of the New York University, where she obtained both a bachelor's and master's in theater, Mrs. Alfred served as a teacher, head of the culture department, and senator. She also founded the Tobago Academy of the Performing Arts and Royal Academy of Dance, which pioneered ballet in Tobago, and was also one of the early members of the planning committee of the Tobago Heritage Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mrs. Annette Alfred.
Introducing our fifth contestant for tonight, Miss Shamika Dinoon, representing Sisters in Culture. Portraying her piece, I Am Your Legacy.
I come, bringing with me song, me crown, and me drum. I bring these elements with me because I am your legacy. I suffered pain through the Middle Passage in order for you to inherit this heritage. For I am the rhythm when the drums roll. I am the spirit and the flames in this rich ancestry. The embodiment are all of we. Cause I am your legacy in this 116 square miles from Crown Point to Charlottesville. I want all you to know that culture is rooted here in Tobago, because flora come, we survive. Earthquake come, we survive. COVID come, we cut, we contrive, and we revive. As I reflect tonight, I re-emerge, for my legacy takes flight. So come one, come all, and gather round. There is a meeting tonight. There is a meeting tonight. There is a meeting tonight. Come one, come all, and join along. There is a meeting tonight. It's 35 years I in the state of pregnancy, continually reminding all you of our legacy, because I want the children to understand the significance of culture to this land. Just before COVID-19, the great silk cotton tree fell, and I thought all wasn't well, but it had to fall down in order for we to protect and preserve our tradition. For I am the legacy that was out of you and that come into me. Hey, hello you. It's because of me. All them woman just run up and lick it all to fix them man who like to harm. Because I am the legacy of the folk tales and superstition. It's by my silk cotton tree. Enough young girl just be when you hear the catch, jumpy belly. Because you know why? Because I am their legacy. I am the reason the whole of Tobago just journey to Pembroke up in the east to join in the celebration in the Congo dance. But it's a lack of fees. Hey, that's the Congo. Mama Jericho. Oh, that's the Congo. Mama Jericho. Hey, oh, Mama. Give me some. Hush. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? For I am the voice of the wind. When the conch shall blow. Hey, hello you. Deep in the ancestral streams where the living water flow. So tonight, let us give thanks to those who gone over yonder. But their legacy will live on forever. J.D. Elder, you made the Cruikshank. Hey, Henry James, Django, Sherwin Cunningham. Oh, he was a great man. And to all those who are alive, let us document their legacy in the Tobago archive. Somebody, call Brother Willie Giddy. Hey!
Number 5, Shamika Dinoon, representing Sisters in Culture. I am your legacy. I'd like to thank our sponsors of tonight's proceedings, Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022, First Citizens, and Tobago House of Assembly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also wish to advise the introduction of one of this evening's or this year's newest initiatives, My Village Project. And this segment was sponsored by Swimcul and judged as a special prize for the community project which best aligns to the core values and focus of the sponsor. This segment does not impact the final scores or placement for the Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for our sponsors this evening.
Introducing contestant number 6, Kekoa Butcher. Miss Mount St. George Village Council presents a piece, Ninan Gal, a tribute to Mina Jerry.
Me not dead, oh, she dead, oh, me not dead, oh, she dead, oh, me not dead, oh, she dead, oh, me not dead, oh, she dead.
And then, girl, me get last drop of water at 3:25 a.m. and you take your last breath at 3:27 a.m. this morning. And me not call none of your picnic until that pension hit the mailbox this week. Because all of them too wicked. And I'm me we deserve all their money. Imagine the three of them pick up and gone up to America for 20 years and never look back. And I'm me what grow with you and take good care of you. Mustn't get nothing. Yes, this will. You left here with everything for them, then now get it. Me write my own will. And even if you're dead, you're gonna sign it. But anyhow, let me fix you up, say Naga swell. On your eye, say never look back for take me with you. Yesterday knows ya, me have a cork him. Let me take the Dutch grass and put it on your gut with the coal pot iron for keep him down. Yesterday I'm out here.
Yes, I'm out here. Me have to stuff them and stitch them. Cuss me now, cuss me now, and tell me much man me mama make me for. My nana wasn't easy at all. No. She wasn't easy. Imagine Mr. Jacobson, who was older than me, didn't like me. Me didn't like him too, no, because he could have taken good care of me. Me never hungry. But he used to get bags of penny from the plantation where Mr. Titus used to pay him all the way from England to take care of the estate. But earlier, me find Mr. Jacobson stop come. Me come to find out he was one of them who used to come through Granny back that night. That's how why me got tired 2 foot big brown cotton. So now a spirit over there could come over here and get a free pass. You know, in all you do, me still love you, no? Put aside anything, she take good care of me. Me never hungry, but me can't stand by and watch you picnic them come and take everything. After me take good care of you for 20 years. And me what turn you, twist you, and clean you. So everything you left here, I'm me own. I write my own will. I, Mina Jerry, that is Nenen, leaves Kekoa Butcher, my house with 5 acres of land, 12 banana trees on Festus land, my 3 burial spots in Mount St. George Cemetery, 7 goats, 4 sheep, and 3 cows. Me left nothing for she picnic them. Imagine, not even a US dollar them could have sent for them mama. That is why when them see this way, so they got dead. And me will go dance in all of them wake. They got dead. They got dead. They got dead.
Tonight is bongo night, Vinny way, bongo. 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 Deto, me Lord. Deto, me Lord. Don't cry, Kekwa, don't cry, 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 don't cry, Kekwa, don't cry.
Contestant number 6, Kekoa Butcher, Mount St. George Village Council, Nenen Gal, a tribute to Mina Jerry.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our final delegate in this evening's talent segment. She represents the village of Buku, appearing in position number 7 Let's put our hands together for Aisha Nichols with her presentation titled Bring Back Sam.
Going on here? Good morning, good evening, good luck. Anybody see Samuel? You see Samuel? They put this thing on me, in my mouth. Please help me take this up. You could help me take this up. Start over. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask for your patience as we address the technical challenges, and we will re-invite contestant number 7, Aisha Nichols. Please stand by. We wish to thank our sponsors, the Tobago House of Assembly and the First Citizens Bank, and of course, introducing for the very first time this year, a segment called My Village Project. And of course, this segment was sponsored by Swimcal and judged as a special prize for the community project which best aligns to the core values and focus of the sponsor. This segment does not impact the final scores or placement for the Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our sponsors this evening. We are just about ready, ladies and gentlemen, and we ask that you help us re-invite contestant number 7, representing the village of Buku, Aisha Nichols, with her presentation, Bring Back Sam.
Oh God! Oh God, here come! Oh God! Oh God! He gone? Oh God, he gone? Oh God. How am I there? How are this? What really going on here? Good morning. Good evening. Good Lord. Anybody say Samuel? You say Samuel? Eh? They put this thing on me, saying me mad. I look mad? Oh gosh. Somebody could please help me take this off? You could help me take this off, please. Take it off! Oh gosh! Outside nice! Wait. That is the price of gas, flour, and rice? Oh gosh! My ancestral spirits can't even afford to rise. It's a good thing my Samuel is a proper songwriter where he could write me little calypso, give me, to make a living out of. Anyway, forget the price. Buku is paradise.
Come to Buku for a holiday.
You see, Buku is the best village on the west.
Come to Buku for a holiday.
The best tourist attraction for all we guests.
Come to Buku for a holiday.
Beauty beyond belief.
Come to Buku for a holiday.
Take the glass bottom boat ride out to Buku Reef.
Come to Buku for a holiday.
Out there, exotic fishing school.
Come to Buku for a holiday.
Look and you must take a dip in the famous nylon pool.
Come to Buku for a holiday.
Hey. Oh God. Samuel! Oh gosh. Aliena says Samuel nowhere. He from right here at Buku. A man of the community. He could sing, he could compose, he could dance. A true pioneer at heart, you know. The man did influential in the Buku folk theater from the very start. Hena, that folk theater used to bring what set villages together. Hena, that is how we used to preserve our traditions. We used to see villages like Pembroke, Aina ceremony, Aina warrior. you say? What? Samuel dead? My Samuel? Samuel? Sam? Bearod? Joseph? You! What all you know about he? Eh? Listen, this is a man the doctor them pronounced dead in 1951. And guess what? He come back alive and give me 2 more picnics. So if he could have come back then, he could come back now. Me not care what nobody was say. I went by Mr. Kwashi and he tell me what to do. But as soon as I was about to start my concoction, they come with the dirty self, tie me up and send me mad. Today, me I go bring him back. He said he dance the real. Write his name on white parchment paper. Pass it between me crotch 3 times. Oh God, Samuel, me a feel your bye. Wrap him in a favorite color and a favorite thing. Wait, me wonder if a goat skin or roti skin is it? Me a goat skin. Put him in a calabash. Drink a longer water pan him. And leave him outside. Oh God! What was that?
Meh!
Oh God!
Meh!
Oh God!
Meh!
Oh God! Samuel! 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 If that is you, make twice for me! Oh God! Will I know me believe me bad?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Aisha Nichols representing Buku, her presentation, Bring Back Psalm. And as we close this evening's talent segment, we wish to remind you of the judging criteria. Our delegates were judged as follows: performance and skill, 20 points, communication and content, 25 points, costuming, 15 points, creativity, 15 points, and relevance to guidelines and theme, 20 points. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us in thanking our judges for this segment once again: Mr. Julian Skeet, Ms. Rayshon Pierre-Kerr, Ms. Kellyanne Withstrom, Unika Henry, and Mrs. Annette Alfred. A round of applause once again for our judges in this talent segment. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the first half of this evening's production. We now invite you to a 15-minute intermission, and we will resume with Act 2 of this evening's production. Thank you.
filled with philanthropic joy to be your illustrious navigator this evening. I am proud to steer you through the collective journey our delegates traveled. Re-emergence, her legacy takes flight, has been such an interesting and amazing journey to say the least. From floor training to learning new choreography and eye-opening workshops. It was indeed a rigorous process, both for the delegates and the committee. Our delegates took part in a financial seminar held by our sponsor, First Citizens Bank, sponsoring this pageant for 33 years. Hats off to First Citizens for seeing the need to put their money where their mouth is and offering Tobago Heritage Festival the opportunity to keep this main event going and growing in a festival that is 35 years old. Amazing service. Thank you, First Citizens.
Our delegates were then invited to 2 workshops facilitated by 2 very professional and knowledgeable facilitators, Mrs. Coris Archer Nancis and Mrs. Rayshon Pierre Kerr, for communications and oral tradition, respectively.
Who has been your greatest influence?
I would say my mother. Just a competition, it's not just stood out to me the most is communication. That we have so much potential, have enhanced program within the communities.
I learned certain stuff about Tobago's culture that I did not know.
It vibes it right, so all you come over the thing nice, nice, nice.
The delegates in their pre-interview segment at the end of both workshops were blown away not only by the facilitators' obvious skills, but by the wealth of knowledge they gained from the experience. Our delegates were inspired. Our amazing and first-class delegates has been resilient, resolute, and radiant through this process. And we are extremely proud of how they have handled themselves. Thank you for trusting the process. And congratulations to the upcoming Miss Heritage Personality 2022, whomever you may be.
How are you doing in the man in the yard this time, Marina? This time, Marina. Put your down, pretty good, and it's so wrong, put up this time, Marina. This time, Marina. Wake up. How are you doing in the man in the yard this time, Marina? This time, Marina. Put your down, pretty good, and it's so wrong, put up this time, Marina. This time, Marina. This time, Marina, take a pound of yard. This time, Marina. This time, Marina, when the moon shine bright. This time of night with a pound of yard. This time of night. This time of night when the moon shine bright. This time of night. Hey girl, how are you doing in the man in the yard? This time of the night. This time of the night. You love to the moon and the so long to love. This time of the night. This time of the night. Hey girl, how are you doing in the man in the yard? This time of the night. This time of the night. And it's so round full of this time of the night. This time of the night. This time of night in the pound of yard. This time of night. This time of night when the moon shine bright. This time of night. This time of night in the pound of yard. This time of night. This time of night when the moon shine bright. This time of night. Hey girl.
Tonight at the Bongo night, Bongo Macedonia. Say tonight at the Bongo night, Bongo Apiola. Dance your bongo in time. He said dance your bongo in time. Hey Chakasa Wakanta. He said Chakasa Wakanta. Tonight at the Bongo night, tonight at the Bongo night, Maji Bongo, Bongo lai lai la, we say G Bongo lai, la we say G Bongo lai, la we say G Bongo lai, G Bongo, la we say G Bongo lai. ring already, diamond in the ring already, ring, ring, diamond. Diamond in the ring already, diamond in the ring already, ring, ring, diamond. Somebody name a ring a Diana, somebody name a ring a Diana, ring, ring, diamond. I say somebody name a ring a Diana, somebody name a ring a Diana, ring, ring, diamond. Turn round street and tell me who you love, turn round street and tell me who you love, ring, ring, diamond. Turn round street and tell me who you love, turn round street and tell me who you love, ring, ring, diamond. Diamond in the ring already, diamond in the ring already, ring, ring, diamond. Diamond in the ring already, diamond in the ring already, ring, ring, diamond. De la la vie, why oh, de la la vie, why oh, de la la vie, why oh, de la la vie, why oh. The man gonna make them cocoa, de la la vie, why oh. The man gonna need some cocoa, de la la vie, why oh, 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 de la la vie, why oh. The man been and it's on okro, de la la vie, why oh. The man been and it's on okro, de la la vie, why oh, 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 de la la vie, why oh. You gon' pay for your fastness, for your trouble, for big business. You gon' pay for your fastness, for your trouble, for big business. The bull jumping murder in the middle of the savannah. I said the bull jumping murder in the middle of the savannah. The bull let go pistol till he make the mama whistle. And the bull take the pistol and he make the mama whistle. Nike Manuel, Nike Manuel, Agar kata pas Manuel, Agar kata pas Manuel, Niku mago Nike Manuel, Niku mago Nike Manuel, Agar kata pas Manuel, Agar kata pas Manuel. Let we go. Woy oy oy oy, woy oy oy oy. Come let we go, let we go. Woy oy oy oy, woy oy oy oy. Come let we go, let we go. From Charlotte down to Canaan, Cascara to Golden Lane. I hearing drums and I hearing fiddle and tambourine ringing in my brain. Come let we go to Belgrade, see how Bella used to dance. You know when you hear them Bella drum a roll, you sure got to get up and prance. Woy oy oy oy, woy oy oy oy. Come let we go, let we go. Woy oy oy oy, woy oy oy oy. Come let we go, let we go. Woy oy oy oy, woy oy oy oy. Come let we go, let we go. Woy oy oy oy, woy oy oy oy. Come let we go.
Side. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of this evening's production. We now take you stage side as we kick things off for our Gong Portrayal.
Granny, you ready to comb my hair?
Sure. How are you combing it today?
I don't really know yet. Just make me look pretty.
That's my girl. So we go comb it just like we had it the last time, right? Where you hold this up with? Well, this one, them look at something. What happened to you? Behave yourself, man.
You're combing it too hard.
Picnic me say hush your mouth, hush. All right. Behave.
Why you can't straighten my hair? I don't find I look pretty. And
what? Child, you know what is pretty? You don't know say what is pretty.
Yes, Granny. All my friends has been looking prettier than me. And my hair so hard and picky.
My dear, the beauty of a woman is not only in her facial mode, you know, but what is truly reflected from her soul. You know what my mama used to tell me? She said beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Come, go take a good look at yourself in that mirror. But you know what is pretty.
She danced, mirroring as they did. Feet, hips, body in constant motion. Her spirit in flight, soaring. Gaily a whirl in a blur of color like the wings of a ruby topaz hummingbird. Familiar movements without conscious thought. In action that seeped and bled from those long dead in body, but alive in her. She danced for her ancestors, so near, so far, so close, so dear. Her journey through movement, telling their story. A perfect reflection of the memory of her past. In her heart, soul, and innermost psyche, she carries the beauty, the pain, the trauma, the shame. It's all wrapped up in her name. Somehow it all feels the same, never ending. Like a recurring dream, so she danced. Mirroring as they did, her spirit in flight, soaring, moving, flowing, glowing, growing, always going forward. Fit, hips, body in constant motion. This is her story. The story of a woman. Watch her legacy take flight.
Morena Osha, aye aye, Morena Osha, aye aye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now prepare for our evening gown segment and wish to share with you the criteria. Each delegate would have engaged in a pre-judging, craftsmanship valued at 20 points, creativity at 10 points, construction and finish 30 points, and design 10 points, totaling 70 points for the pre-judging of gongs. The Gong Portrayal segment that you will see shortly, our delegates will be judged on poise, which carries 20 points, Presentation, 20 points. Impact, 15 points. Creativity, 20 points. And essence of the bird that they represent, 25 points, totaling 100 points. It's our pleasure to introduce you at this time to our team of adjudicators for this segment.
First Judge, Larissa Dalrymple. Larissa hails from the most eastern community of Tobago known as Charlottesville. Her love for fashion was identified while still at Roxborough Secondary School, where she pursued clothing and textile as one of her main interests. Though she went into the hospitality industry, Larissa's true passion never waned as she continued to design fashionable pieces for her relatives and close friends. Eventually, destiny took its natural course, and in 2019, she took that one step that now defines the creative mind that she has now become. Far from the countryside and now operating out of Canaan, as the business entity known as Exquisite Fabrics, Larissa has become widely sought after formal engagements, weddings, parties, and many events by politicians, entertainers, and many other public figures who have now been wooed by her sense of style, as she customizes pieces matched to personalities and individuals' flair. She has a wide customer base ranging from children to adults, male and female, and also provides consultation services on all levels. She intends to take her unique style to regional and international appeal and audience and continue to develop her craft while becoming a cultural and creative ambassador of the island, Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Larissa Dalrymple.
Judge number 2, Mr. Keelan Keys Whitlock, Creative Director and Stylist at Keys Studio. Keelan Whitlock prides himself on being more than just a fashion stylist, but more so an image architect. His love for music, fashion, and a keen eye for anything creative influences the magic that he is. With over 10 years' experience in the fashion and entertainment industries, Keelan continues to influence this dynamic industry as the director of Keys Studios, a fashion styling and creative agency synonymous with excellence and elevation. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keelan Whitlock.
Introducing Judge number 3, Kevin Ayong Julian. Kevin Ayong Julian, popularly known as Catch, is the creative energy behind the Tobago fashion label Catch Designs Limited. Catch has carved a niche in the fashion community by designing and creating several fashion collections which have graced runways both regionally and internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Kevin Ayong Julian.
Introducing Judge number 4, Kareem Henry. Currently employed by the Supreme Court as an Executive Administrative Support Officer and holds a master's degree in Business Administration. He is a multifaceted creative engineer and fashion designer with over 10 years' experience in local pageantry. He has toured the Caribbean, United Kingdom, and the United States as a dancer and has performed at the World Travel Market, Carifesta, and several national festivals. His undying passion for fashion and design has earned him a number of national titles, 2019 being his most recent national success. His vast knowledge and understanding of design composition, our local cultural aesthetic, and traditional meaning sets him apart from other regional design vanguards. This young, innovative, and creative entrepreneur lives by the following mantra: clothes mean nothing until someone lives in them. Ladies and gentlemen, Kareem Henry.
Introducing Judge number 5, Tanel Harilal. Networking and maintaining strategic relationships, working with young people and youth initiatives, and giving of her best are the pillars of Ms. Harilal. Tanel is currently a branch manager at First Citizens Canaan branch. Her work at First Citizens has allowed her to engage over the years with the Festival Commission and contestants of the Tobago Heritage Personality Show.
She is enthusiastic to support activities that enrich and develop Tobago's culture.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our team of adjudicators. We now take you stateside for contestant number 1, representing the villages of Canaan Bonaccord. Let's hear it for Xiomara Henry.
Xiomara Henry representing Canaan Bonaccord. This evening, Xiomara is dressed in a coat that reflects the Bonaccord Lagoon, home to many of our indigenous birds. She reveals a unique gown inspired by the banquet's Suji bird, featuring the merging of graphic elements that indicative of one of our favorite birds.
All alone like me. You're more lucky than me. Yellow bird, high up in banana tree. Yellow bird, sits all alone like me.
Colors was chosen as it represents all the colors seen on the Suji bird. The fabric consists of yellow and black and white sequin spandex and black tulle. This mermaid silhouette gown has a one-sided shoulder with an asymmetrical color. The one-sided sleeve is made with silver gray spandex, which represents the dull gray of the little nestlings. Essentially, the young ones take some time to develop into the vibrant black and yellow.
High up in banana tree.
The right side has an asymmetrical goddess that cascades from her waist to the floor with light organza and spiked sequins reminiscent of the feathers of the bird. This ensemble is embellished with black sequins, iridescent diamante. The back feathers, a train of softly gathered tulle that elongates and accentuates Xiomara's figure.
You're more lucky than me. Yellow bird, high up in banana tree. Yellow bird.
The ensemble also features a matching headpiece with feathers and is embellished with sparkling iridescent crystals. To complement this Odette Jack creation, Xiomara wears matching heels with matching bracelets and earrings.
Yellow bird, high up in banana tree.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1, Xiomara Henry, representing the village of Canaan Bonaccord.
You're more lucky than me. Yellow bird, high up in banana tree. Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me.
number 1, Sayomara Henry, representative of Manaccord, Canaan.
Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sayomara makes way for contestant number 2.
Yellow bird, I am green banana tree.
Contestant number 2, representing the village of Speyside, her bird, the copper-rumped hummingbird. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Khadija Dinoon. She is the queen of all she surveys, a kaleidoscope of color, a fierce protector, industrious and experienced. She knows every petal by name. Each corner of the forest is her resting place. She perches conspicuously and defends her territory aggressively against other hummingbirds, bees, and larger bird species. Her creativity allows her to weave cup-shaped nests to protect her location in any shrub, bush, or tree she chooses. Who is she, you may ask? She is the copper-rumped hummingbird, a true embodiment of her home because she becomes more beautiful. This evening, Khadija glides across the stage, adorned in her beautiful ensemble, dominated by a shimmering evergreen. Her cape, made of green velvet, mirrors the deep green feathers at the top of her body. Her black corset, embellished with iridescent sequins, represents not only her chest, but also her intense protective nature. Enclosed with green metallic chiffon, her sleeves or wings swift and sure flapped rhythmically over her 4-layered tail. The blue velvet represents the serenity of her island home, while the blue metallic chiffon brings to mind the reflective waters she glimpses as glides above the forested area she calls home. Her signature copper rump is reflected through the brown metallic chiffon, bursts into the final layer of multicolored shaggy sequins. Ladies and gentlemen, in a gown made and designed by Khadija herself, let's hear it for Miss Speyside, Khadija Dinoon, the copper-rumped hummingbird.
From tree to tree, hummingbird with wings flying quickly and free.
Ladies and gentlemen, Khadija makes way for contestant number 3. Representing the village of Pembroke, Miss Leanne Charles. Her bird, a red-billed tropic bird. Anywhere the tranquil blue waters hit the rocks or washes upon the shoreline, where the land meets the sea, is the environment of this effervescent creature. Ladies and gentlemen, a tropical beauty. This evening, Leanne wears a fashion-forward overpiece made of brown and beige burlap and golden embroidery candy floss, which is completed with detailed craftsmanship of coconut hooks and laser sequin. Nesting, a place to call home. This richly structured garment is adorned with materials found at the bird's site of being. In its construction bears the hocks of 75 coconuts that was hand-stripped and used as embellishment that is symbolic to the body of the nest. The coconut hux is layered within the burlap of the gong and is a timeless symbol that breathes life into the saying, "There is no other place like home." And as she removes this overpiece, Leanne reveals she reveals the red-billed, white and gray tropical bird. This bird, whose natural habitat is at the local bays, mangroves or forested areas, is reminiscent of the Pembroke story as the bird that protected the bay where the discovery of the abundant treasure was found by King Cape. The fabrication is a decorative white and silver sequined fabric with white service figure beading. The gong's motif bears handcrafted sequin white feathers etched with silver sequins. The surface of the gong is adorned with 1,000 figure beading and stitched glass beads, as well as carefully hand-stucked cereal. The top of the gong features a cold shoulder on both sides with an exaggerated feathery neckline. This neckline is crafted from intricate handmade fabric feathers and is made from snowflake candy floss silk. This represents the 18-inch wingspan of the bird and is indicative of the togetherness of the Pembroke community. The hourglass silhouette not only accentuates Leanne's physique, but it also elongates her illusion. The bottom of the gong is made of train that utilizes 20 yards of fabric, forming 1,800 feather-like strips, hand-cut and stitched together. The color white represents the red-billed bird in all its glory and is used to acknowledge the purity of the ancestral legacy of Pembroke. The ensemble features a red headpiece, color inspired by the red beak of the bird, with motifs that represent the red mangrove swamp where the bird can be mostly found. Ladies and gentlemen, in a design conceptualized by Darcel Kirk and made by Oda Jack, we present contestant number 3, representing the village of Pembroke, Leanne Charles. Leanne makes way for contestant number 4. Representing the Goodwood Police Youth Club, in her portrayal of the Coquelicot, Miss Rebecca Bob. There is an eerie stillness, a cosmic calm that blankets the island of Tobago as the moon recedes to her place of rest. Creation did not shortchange Tobago, as with the rising of the morning sun in the east, a sharp piercing tone from the hills signaling the start of a new day, and the alarms of Tobago ring out. Representing one of the national birds of Trinidad and Tobago, on stage, Queen Coquelicot. From head toe-to-toe, Rebecca's ensemble highlights the true beauty of this bird, considered the Tobago alarm. The three-tone dark, sleek braids represent the sleek, dark head of the bird in a grooming technique perfected by our African heritage. The wire-bent neck bracket with red pockets is a true representation of the goblet of the bird. This is where the powerful sound is made. It represents the power of the Tobago voice. This gong is a true depiction of the creativity of our people and the bounties of nature, featuring craftsmanship such as braiding and molding. The top of the gong features a screw pine corset which is embellished with gold braid. This connects to the pride we Tobagonians carry, our heritage and our culture. The gong is made from burlap, a very coarse natural fiber usually used to make animal feed bags. It is fully lined with brown cotton. The feathers you see are actually the flowers. The flowers bloom beautifully and are a true gift of nature that remind us of the clean air we are blessed to enjoy on this island. The trail of the gong depicts the tail of the chakalaka, which is significantly longer in comparison to its body. The tail of this gong features actual leaves, flowers, screw pine, and mirrors. The tips of the tail are a brownish orange, which is highlighted here this evening. The queen, Kakriko, is intent on not only having her voice heard, but also ensuring she is seen as the pride and carefree spirit she is. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Tobago's oldest and truest ambassador, as she lights up the heritage stage in full flight, representing the Goodwood Police Youth Club in her portrayal, Becca, the Cockrico Queen. Let's put our hands together for Miss Rebecca Bob.
Brings us all to life. Cockrico, you make our day so bright.
Ladies and gentlemen, we make way for contestant number 5, Shamika Dinoon, representing Sisters in Culture Group. I hear a call, at dawn, at dusk, often heard than seen. You call to me, I'm here. Bearing your gifts of flowers and twigs, you call to me, I'm here. I flutter my feathers, I place my crown, I move in rhythm, I accept. The king of the woods presents his queen in splendor of festive colors. He presents his queen. Ladies and gentlemen, Shamika Dinoon. This trumpet silhouette gown worn by Shamika was inspired by one of our beautiful birds, the motmot. Its unique plumage has earned the motmot a place on our $5 bill. Festive in its blended colors of orange, blue, and green, the gown was also designed to capture the African influence of Tobago. This wearable art piece was created from natural, local, and unconventional materials based from brown cotton, burlap, and sponge. The stabilizer we know as a press-on was cut, stitched, and airbrushed to create the feather texture on the gown. Top of gown is breasted with the burnt orange texture. Hip line is feathered in a 3-layered peplum. Kick base of gown is supported with sponge and frills with a range of colorful burlap. Neck piece and appliques was stitched and woven from a metallic orange lame to add definition, outlines, and pops to gown. Flowers was also added to represent courtship and habitation of the birds. Cochlear, metallic dust. Acrylic paint and rhinestones was also used in the finishes of this creation. hairstyle was done in an updo base from woven hair. The style was done in a supported structure which gave a form to add balance of flora and fauna to complement the gown. One of the uniqueness of our mut-mut is its racket tail and its movement. There seemed to be a secret in the swinging and rhythm. This gown converts to display its colors and swing of the bird's tail. Dress was designed and created by Elizabeth Lucas. Hairstyle by Elizabeth Lucas and Shamika Dinoon. Makeup by Janelle Billinghurst of Billinghurst Beauty. Nails by Kalia Dinoon of Katik Nails. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 5, Shamika Dinoon, representing Sisters in Culture.
Come and me walk home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Till I come and me walk home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Till I come and me walk home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we make room for contestant number 6, Kekoa Butcher, representing Mount St. George Village Council. The blue-backed mannequin is a small bird which inhabits the forested areas of some South American countries, including Tobago. Whatever it may lack in stature is made up by splendor, sophistication, and pageantry. The blueback is always formally dressed in a coat of black feathers with a sweep of cerulean blue across its back. Its head is adorned with a brilliant red crown, adding a regal flair to this tiny giant. It really is king amongst birds of its size. This evening, for your consideration, Miss Mount St. George, Kekoa Butcher, presents a gown, the blue-backed mannequin. This long sleeve off-shoulder form-fitting gown is formally lined and bone, inspiring by the bird's overlapping feathers. This gown is assemblage of 12 panels cut to fit Kekoa's body perfectly with no use of darting. Each panel is cut into 3 pieces, and each piece features a different fabric. When joined together, the panel creates a slight fishtail and trains to act as the tail of the bird. Designer Ronald Guy James utilizes beaded silk, beaded taffeta, suede black velvet, sequined fabric, and burlap for this creation. The burlap first hand-dyed red and then black. It was dipped in cassava starch and iron, giving it a soft sheen and hold. This treatment elevates the burlap and it stands seamlessly and successfully with more expensive fabrics with which it is paired. Repurposed doily dyed in black and glittered and inserted at each seam at the hem. These doilies were made by the now deceased Sheila Morrison Sinclair of Mount St. George and a physical representation of the community's support of their delegates. A deconstructed cape flows from under Kekoa's arm to herald the blue-backed feathers that give this bird its name. To exemplify the bird's brilliant red coiffure, the gown neckline is embellished with red crystal gemstones.
This detail can also be seen on her earrings and jewel crown, which is made from an upcycled soft drink bottle. This gown is feat of creative re-imaging, geometry, and engineering. It was designed and constructed by Ronald Guy James. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue-backed mannequin is presented to you this evening by Kikoa Butcher, Miss Mount St. George Village Council.
You're more lucky than me, mannequin. You flutter from tree to tree, mannequin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kikoa makes way for contestant number 7, representing the village of Buku. Let's hear it for Aisha Nichols. Ladies and gentlemen, Aisha Nichols, her presentation of the blue-green tanja, otherwise known as the blue jean, appearing in position number 7.
You're more lucky than me, blue jean, high up in banana tree, blue jean, you sit all alone like me. You're more lucky than me, blue jean, high up in banana tree, blue jean, you sit all alone like me.
I have a story to tell you.
You're more lucky than me, blue jean, high up in banana tree, blue jean, you sit all alone like me.
I have a story to tell you. My great-grandmother told my grandma, who told my mother, who told me. It's the story of the spirit of the silk cotton tree.
You're more lucky than me.
It started when God sent the floods to purge the earth. He did not just send the flood, he also sent a messenger from the heavens. And Noah did not send a dove to see if the water went down. It was God who sent Queen Jean, and the olive branch wasn't an actual olive branch. This is why it is important for you to hear. The olive branch was the message for humanity. All the traditions we forget and throw away, everything that connects us to our ancestors, the higher power, That was the olive branch. She came as a spirit from the heavens with a powerful message and took the form of Blue Jean. She went into the ark and delivered her message to humanity. Then she settled peacefully in the silk cotton tree in Tobago.
High up in banana tree.
Decades went by, and humanity once again became corrupt and cold, forgetting all the teachings of Majin. So Olodumare sent another plague.
Lucky than me, Blue Jean.
She emerged powerful, wise, and as beautiful as ever, ready to bring the olive branch to humanity once again. All our traditions that connect us to our ancestors, we can't forget them. Majin teaching you to use the herbs and heal yourself. You need questions answered. Majin teaching you Obia. Obia was our Google. It was our dictionary, our YouTube. Before people start doing wrong things, Obia was so much to us. Every feather on Queen Jean is a piece. Kim Sinclair designed and conceptualized this gong, which depicts the blue jean, a native South American bird that does not normally migrate, but did, and found a home right here in Tobago, where it has never left. Similarly, the spirit of the silk cotton tree traveled through time to bring us knowledge and protection, to remind us to cherish our traditions and heritage. Instead of lamenting the loss of the silk cotton tree, let's rejoice in Queen Jean's return. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 7 on stage in her portrayal of the blue-green tanja, otherwise known as the Blue Jean. Put your hands together for Aisha Nichols, representing the village of Buku.
High up in banana tree. Blue Jean, you sit all alone like me. You're more lucky than me. Blue Jean, high up in banana tree. Blue Jean, you sit all alone like me. You're more lucky than me. Blue Jean, high up in banana tree. Blue Jean, you sit all alone like me.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our 7 delegates vying for the coveted title of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. We invite them back on stage in order of appearance, starting with contestant number 1, representing the villages of Canaan, Bonaccord, Miss Siomara Henry.
Representing Speyside, Khadija Dinoon.
Representing the village of Pembroke, Leanne Charles.
Representing Goodwood Police Youth Club, Rebecca Bob.
Representing Sisters in Culture, Shamika Dinoon.
Representing Mount St. George Village Council, Kikoa Butcher.
Representing the village of Buku, Aisha Nichols.
You're more lucky than me. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a resounding round of applause to our 7 dynamic delegates representing varying communities and cultural entities on our island, vying for the coveted title of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, our delegates will be serenaded this evening by the reigning Miss Tobago Heritage Personality. Let's hear it for Janae Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for our delegates, vying for the coveted title of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. And as they make their way off stage, we ask that you encourage them with a lusty round of applause.
Sayomara Henry representing Canaan Bonaccord.
Khadija Dinoon representing the village of Speyside.
Leon Charles representing the village of Pembroke.
Rebecca Bob representing the Goodwood Police Youth Club.
Shamika Dinoon representing Sisters in Culture. Shamika Dinoon representing Sisters in Culture.
Kekoa Butcher representing the Mount St. George Village Council.
Aisha Nichols representing the village of Buku. Ladies and gentlemen, Give us a round of applause for all our delegates for tonight's proceedings.
A special thanks, ladies and gentlemen, once again to our team of adjudicators, Larissa Dalrymple, Kevin Young Julian, Keelan Whitlock, Kareem Deshaun Henry, and Tanel Harilal. Let's hear it once again for our judges. Ladies and gentlemen, with great pleasure, we invite to the stage for her final walk as Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2021, Janae Campbell.
In our society, the women who break down barriers are those who ignore limits. I am Janae Campbell, your vibrant, perspicacious, pulchritudinous, and unapologetically authentic Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2021. I vowed to defy existing prejudicial beauty standards. My victory was not a personal one, but rather it served as a beacon of hope to women of all ages and physiques. True beauty is the culmination of aesthetic intelligence, confidence, and grace. As the slogan says, she becomes more beautiful, and she is me. Participating in the competition last year has taught me invaluable lessons and has immensely impacted my personal development. It prompted me to become more knowledgeable about Tobago's rich indigenous culture and fully immerse myself in it. Hence, I decided to join the Delicious Dance Agency as a means of expanding my cultural participation. Particularly, community work was at the heart of my reign. I participated in a vaccination drive and even hosted my own back-to-school drive where underprivileged students of Roxborough were distributed with backpacks supported by stationery. Additionally, in partnership with the Tobago Youth Development Agency, I orchestrated a beach cleanup exercise along the shore of Princess Bay. Moreover, this platform was utilized as a means of advocacy as I was able to represent the voice of our Tobagonian women at the GBV and Me seminar hosted by ICON with Mrs. Sharon Rowley as the champion. I am immensely grateful for the opportunity to represent Tobago's women, giving special approbation to the Roxborough Police Youth Club for believing in me. I am motivated by this year's theme, Re-Emergence, the legacy takes flight. Our journey is continuous and dynamic, and we must work diligently on ensuring our footprints in the sands of time are indelible. Tonight, this legacy would be continued as we crown Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022. Despite the results, I would like to remind the contestants that they are beautifully and wonderfully made and should exude confidence, class, and grace. Thank you for the opportunity, and I welcome another Tobago gem to the sisterhood. The time is yours. The time is now. Make it worth your while.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2021 as she takes her final walk, Janae Campbell.
Ibo, 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 Ibo. Ibo, 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 Ibo,
this time, I want to thank all sponsors, First Citizens, Tobago House of Assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022.
Evening's proceedings. If you are ready for the results, let's hear it from the audience. I think we can do better than that. Are we ready for the results of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022? That's much better. Ladies and gentlemen, our first segment, just a reminder, the first segment for which the delegate will receive her award is the Village Project. And just to remind you that this segment was sponsored by Swimcall and judged as a special prize for the community project which best aligns to the core values and focus of the sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the My Village Project sponsored by Swimcall, representing the village of Buku, Aisha Nichols, winner of My Village Project. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for Aisha Nichols, winner of My Village Project, sponsored by Swimcall.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner of Miss Amity, Miss Kekoa Butcher. You have the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, our third special award this evening is for a prejudged segment, the interview segment, and this award is Miss Intelligence. Receiving the award for Miss Intelligence, representing the village of Pembroke, Leanne Charles.
Receiving the award for Miss Photogenic, Kikoa Butcher, that is, representing Mount St. George Village Council. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Kikoa Butcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, receiving the award of Best Designer. Let's hear it for Sharon Phillips, designer of the gown for Rebecca Bob, Goodwood Police Youth Club. Best Designer, Sharon Phillips.
Receiving the award for Best Gown Portrayal, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Pembroke Leanne Charles.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Best Talent, representing the village of Pembroke, Leanne Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce our third place winner. We invite Miss Belinda Edwards on stage, manager of the Roxborough and Scarborough branches of First Citizens, and Miss Edwards will present the award to our third place winner. Ladies and gentlemen, in third place, Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022, with a total of 1,233 points. Let's hear it for third place winner, representing Sisters in Culture, Shamika Dinoon. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite Mrs. Takiana Ned Augustine on stage to present to our second place winner.
In second place, ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Goodwood Police Youth Club, Miss Rebecca Bob with 1,238 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome on stage Councillor Tashia Boris, Secretary of the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation. And Councillor Boris will present our sponsor, First Citizens, with a special token. Ms. Edwards, if you can join Councillor Tashia Boris on stage to receive a special token on behalf of the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Councillor Tashia Boris and the representative of our sponsor, First Citizens, Miss Belinda Edwards. And as we prepare, ladies and gentlemen, for our coronation, we invite on stage with a round of applause Assemblyman Megan Morrison to assist with this evening's coronation. We also invite Ms. Tanel Harilal of First Citizens on stage and Councillor Tashia Boris to assist with this evening's coronation. Can we hear it for Assemblyman Megan Morrison, Tanel Harilal of First Citizens, and of course, Councillor Tashia Boris, Secretary of the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we announce the first place winner, the new title holder, the young lady that will wear the title of Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022 with a total of 1,336 points. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your new Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022, representing the village of Pembroke, Leanne Charles. Say congratulations to all of our delegates and a warm congratulations to the newly crowned Miss Tobago Heritage Personality. With a resounding round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for Leanne Charles, representing the village of Pembroke. Ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you once again to our sponsors, First Citizens, and of course the Tobago House of Assembly. We say thank you to our cast of judges, all of our delegates, and of course the coordinating committee of this evening's exercise. To our new queen, we say reign on. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2022, Leanne Charles, representing the village of Pembroke. We say thank you and do have a good night.
there we go to Tobago, that paradise, bung by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Come, there we go to Tobago, that paradise, bung by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Come, there we go to Tobago, that paradise, bung by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday. Come, there we go to Tobago, that paradise, bung by Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Tobago for holiday.